My video today involves old hay conveyors for farms, or grain conveyors, or whatever you want to call them. They're the old with the peaceable chains. I don't know what they exactly call them. But I see a lot of guys on YouTube that actually convert these things into firewood conveyors, and that's what I did with mine. But I see a lot of guys on YouTube, they convert them over to hydraulic drive or direct electric motor drive, and that chain ain't very forgiving. If you get a piece of wood crossed up in there and it hangs up, doing it that way without running it through a clutch system or through a belt, you're gonna snap a chain more often than not. So I'm gonna show you what I did with mine. And I don't break chains very often at all. I do have wood that gets crossed up in it and it'll stop the conveyor, but it don't snap the chain because of the way that I've routed it. So let's see what I got. It's a 32-foot long hay conveyor that I picked up, and when I got it, it had a PTO drive shaft on it that hooked up to a PTO on a tractor. So I've put a belt on there, and actually I run the belt fairly loose. You can see the motor's got some give. It's I put it on a swivel. These are old things used on race cars for mountain lead, and I used to race a little bit, so I had them laying in the garage. I went ahead and used them, and I put an electric start Duramax 7 horsepower engine. They are not a sponsor, but it's a 7 horsepower engine, and it doesn't run but just a little bit over an idle. So I like having the electric start, and you actually are able to adjust the belt tension through that bolt right there, but I don't ever have to adjust it. It doesn't slip except when it gets bound up. So I'll show it to you working here in a minute. But I went with the biggest V-pulley I could find at Tractor Supply. Or did I get that at Family Farm and Home? One or the other. Anyway, it came out of one of those stores. And it wasn't really expensive to convert over. In the beginning, I used to run the belt real tight, but I broke the chain a few times, and that kind of let me know, no, you can't run it that tight. But let me fire this thing up for you and show you how it works. I pretty much run it at an idle, not much over an idle. You don't need that thing going super fast. The faster it goes, the more wear it creates. So these conveyors are all over out there. You drive through the countryside. And you can see these things sitting at vacant, retired farms all over the place. And you can pick them up pretty reasonably. I had to weld that little stand on there, and I put that hitch on there because I had a pintle hitch on it, a pintle ring, and I'm not too big on that. I like to move it around the yard here with my skid steer. So I got a plate with a ball mount on that, and that works great. But anyway, I hope this helps you guys. If you decide to convert one over, do it with a belt system and run the belt just slightly loose, and you'll be glad you did. I went with the smallest pulley I could get up here, and the biggest one I could get down there, and boy does it work good. So have a great day. I'll talk to you later.